When it comes to Eurovision 2025, of course, we've got so many highlights. But this episode on the Eurovision For Real podcast, we're going to go a little bit down. We're going to reflect on maybe some of the lowlights. And so we're going to be breaking this down. I am not alone today. And of course, all of this is in goodwill and honesty. Okay, honesty. Because I tell people, feedback is a gift, all right? It is a gift that not all of us get the privilege of receiving. Because I'll tell you, like at my day job, if I have someone and I'm kind of like, okay, I have to do feedback. I have to tell them like, hey, this thing isn't working. It's a really difficult thing to do. But if I don't tell them that it's not working, then they'll never know how to make it better. I mean, that's just the facts. They'll never know how to get better. And so sometimes I tell folks, I'm like, if there's someone and I've like literally never given you feedback, positive or negative, like that's actually a problem. Like it actually kind of is not a good thing. Like this is not a case of like no news is good news. You know what I mean? Like, because if I'm loving something, I'm going to say I'm loving it. And I just want to say, like, recently on my YouTube channel, I did drop a video where I was like, don't call it a top 10. Because I'm telling you, like, one, I don't know that I could really put together 10 songs that I'm like, I love and I think are quality and I feel 100% confident that they're going to be delivered well on the stage. Like, maybe there's 5 songs I could say that about. But where it's like a song I might love, I'm like, do I feel 100% confident it's going to be delivered well on the stage? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And when I'm putting together my top 10s, that's kind of what I'm saying. I'm like, look, these are just all going to be great. And I'm just loving all of these studio cuts. And I just have all the faith in the world. And I'm like pushing for these 10 songs. And this year, I don't know that I have 10 songs. I have songs that I want to see do well. But like, am I feeling fully confident? Okay, I have giving you all the setup. So I feel like I'm calling this the lowlights. I feel like I want to call this, several categories, but I think it's more like the songs that we're like, you know what I mean? Where it's just like, bless your heart, baby. Bless your heart, baby. That's what we're getting into. And I have from EurovisionFam, Augusto. We'll do intros after, but before we kick off this episode, we got to kick it off right. The only way I know how.
Eurovision For Real with Alesia Michelle.
All right. Augusto, you are here. And you're probably here for one of the best podcast episodes. I feel like people are going to be running to this podcast because on the internet right now, like where are you living? Because I feel like this year, more than recent years, there's been a real and consistent debate on if it's a strong or a weak year. And I'll tell you, there was one tweet, and I can't cite the person off the top of my head, and I really should have bookmarked the tweet. I'm going to go back in my notifications and find this tweet so I can shout them out. But they basically said, like, it's crazy because people are saying, no, it's a strong year because like all the songs are mid and it's going to make the competition so competitive. And then the GIF they used was the Sure Jan, or maybe I replied with the Sure Jan GIF. They typed out, I think, Sure Jan. And honestly, I think that's where I'm mostly living. I feel like we have a very stark divide. There is like a handful of very good songs. Like I live in the world that I think we've probably got 7 all around really good songs that are competitive. So I'm not including, the good, well-made music that like we know is probably not going to come top 10 because they're just kind of like not competitive. I'm talking about like 7 solid songs that I think are that are going to be well executed, that I think are going to get, have the opportunity for jury and televote love. And, I feel like a confidence that they will be delivered well on the stage. And then I've got a whole bunch of songs in the middle that I think are fine, that some of which I'm enjoying a lot. But like, am I going to be debating with a local trying to convince them that like, no, but it's really good? Like, I'm not going to waste my breath. And then I'll be real, like, in recent years, because I used to do a video, actually, we all used to do videos where it was like, oh, like the bottom 5, like my least favorite songs this year. And recently, I haven't been doing it, and some people are like, oh, everyone's becoming so sanitized. I was like, no, because there really were like songs that I was like, no, like I don't think that they're really deserving. Like they're just not at the top, but like, I think that there's still like good songs. Not this year. Like this year, like there are legitimately a few songs that I feel confidently that I'm just like, oh no, like I just don't want to engage with this at all. Like I actually don't think it's like a good song. But that's where I'm living. Augusto, where are you living?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me again, Alesia. I'm so excited. Greetings to everybody from the sunny Dominican Republic. It's actually sunny the day we're recording this.
Just rub it in. Rub it in.
I mean, good weather year round, can't complain. So, back to our topic. I'm on the boat where this is the weakest year of the decade so far. Some people on the internet have been comparing this year to 2011 and 2017. At least with 2017, you had a couple songs that stood out, and you knew were going to be timeless songs to remember. This year is giving me more 2011 vibes because there are good songs, there are quality songs, but even the ones that stood out, I'm not that confident that will that will survive the test of time in years to come. But we'll see. I also agree with you that there are a few songs that, well, thank you for being here. Thank you for your time and for sharing your talent with the world. But thank you, to say it nicely. Just thank you for being here, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's interesting because I think people say what the millennial generation is the participation award generation, which I actually disagree with. I think that that was like I not for elder millennials, maybe for people like younger millennials. I'd actually say Gen Z grew up in the you have to invite everybody to your birthday party kind of mode. I did not grow up in you have to invite everybody to your birthday party because that would be making wild assumptions about people's budgets and yeah. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. I think, we have to be honest about what we love and what we don't. I just think we do. We have to be honest. If there's something that you're not loving, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that. Art is subjective, but also like art is meant to garner a reaction. And art is not necessarily going to be made for the masses. And I think that's like the one piece that we've lost a little bit when it comes to like critique and like, media criticism is like, by design, these pieces are not created to be mass consumed. And honestly, when things are created to be mass consumed, they tend to be so thin that they lose that impact, which is what art is supposed to garner, which is a strong reaction, whether that be positive or negative. It's created to generate feedback. It's created to generate a reaction, again, whether it be positive or negative. Now, I do think there's a line, so we're not going to be rude. This is not about like tearing anyone down. I prepped this enough, so let's rip the Band-Aid and let's start off. Here's where I want to start off. The songs we want to love more, but we don't for whatever reason. This could be down to styling. This could be down to like, actually, I just really loved another song more in the national selection because we know that happens where it's like, it's really like the song didn't do anything wrong. It's just kind of like, I just wish that another song got selected because that happens. And so, you know what? I'm going to kick it off, Augusto. I'm going to tell you, I've got 4 songs in this category, and I'm
Me
gonna do
too.
it as rapid fire as I can. I'm actually looking at the time, so we're gonna do this cute. So here are the songs that I want to love more, but I just don't. I'm gonna start off with Norway. Norway, I'll say this. I actually like the song. What messed me up was my first visual introduction to the song. Because I think Norway suffers from 2 things for me. One, when I did a rapid fire listen to like all the songs at Mgpe, this was not on my radar. I preferred the Parasite song. And I even liked Vagabond, even though Vagabond was very much so like the weekend, negative 3.0. Like this was like I'm just kind of going for like a weekend-esque song. You know what I mean? But I liked it. I liked it. So so Norway is suffering a little bit from like, oh, you weren't even like Lighter wasn't even on my radar for like a song that I thought was actually going to win the selection. So there's that. And then I think the visual is just not giving me what I want. I want Kyle to take me to the beach. If this staging was giving like and I wish that dance break was more robust choreo because Kyle could do more robust choreo. So I think there's just elements from it that I just would like more of. But that's where I'm living with that one. Then with Spain, everybody knows the reason why I wish I want to love it more, but I don't. Sort of same thing. This song was not on my radar to represent Spain. And so there's that. And I think the other thing is, I think Melody is actually an amazing performer. And I think she is completely unserved with this vehicle. So it's like, even though the revamp is like fine and it's better, I just am like, Melody could be giving us slow mo 3.0. Like she literally could be giving us like the slow mo elevation. But like with this song, it's not happening. So like there's that. Then I can do really quickly with the next 2. Italy, I want to like it more. And I really love the music video. And I have looked at the lyrics and I do think it's a really cute message. But I just find it so deeply uncompetitive this year. So I want to like it more, but it just is what it is. And then Belgium. The thing is, this is my genre. I actually like the song. Don't get me wrong. So remember, this category is the songs we want to love more, but don't. There is something in this. Like, I listen to it. Like, I don't skip it in the car. Like, I listen to the song. And I just haven't figured out the element that's missing in it. Because in my mind, I'm like, I should love this more than what I do. And the staging is good. The live vocal is good. But there's something in it, and I'm thinking it might just be the production. Like maybe this song just needed a different producer, like to revamp it. But again, I still like it. I want to love it more. So these are the songs that I want to love more, but I don't. Okay, so Augusto. Do you want to react to my list first, or do you want to share your list? How you want to do this?
I'll mix that. Let me mix it
Okay.
because we share one country.
Okay. So you go. I'm ready to hear yours. Okay.
Okay, so I'll leave. Let me kick off with a country we share. Um, we deserve to have a Eurovision Song Contest of the modern era in a stadium in this particular country, and that fandom deserves to live to see themselves win Eurovision.
Ooh,
If you know,
ooh.
if you know, you know. I'm the Lulu. I've been to their pre-party to one of their pre-parties before. It is Spain.
Okay, we agree. See, you know what? I thought you were standing Spain this year. Okay, I didn't even. But again, remember, these are the songs we want to love more. We want to love them more. So like I said, we're starting off kind of light, I think, with it. Okay, so we're on the same page.
Let me wrap up with Spain. A good thermometer on how much I'm vibing Eurovision is how high in my ranking I have Spain. Spain this year is in my 20s. Not in my top 15, top 10, like
Ooh.
normal. Is
Oh
in the
wow.
20s.
Oh wow.
So that's
Okay.
the reason why I stand point by point, word by word, bar by bar on everything he said about Spain. No notes to add. Then the other three countries I have in this category might surprise some other folks, and some others might agree. So the next country I have in I want to love it more, but I don't, is Cyprus. I'm not vibing the song. I'm not vibing to it. Like, this is too pretentious, and it shows. Like, when it comes to Eurovision, if it's gonna be pretentious, be slick and be intelligent and try to execute it in a way that the pretentiousness of a song doesn't look too in your face. This is too performative for me to be convinced to like it. And then I have Australia. The song is not terrible. I just don't get the joke. It's not landing with me. I get why people love it. I understand that the innuendo included in the song is making people go wild. I'm not I'm not the crowd for the song. And lastly,
Wait, hold on. Expand on that a little bit more, if you
the,
will.
the double sense of the song, I get it. I get it, but it's not landing on me. I'm not landing on his joke. But he looks good. It seems that it seems that he's a jokester, a prankster. He likes to have fun, and he's gonna give us fun on this stage. So if we get something similar but family friendly, because by the time we're recording this episode, we know the order of the semifinals. Since this particular song is opening a semifinal, please keep it cute. Because in some countries, this will air in a family-friendly hour. So, yeah, there's that. And the last country I have in this category is Portugal, because the song's cute, the song has a beautiful message. They just had two stronger songs in their national selection that could have done the job for me this year. And that's why.
Okay, I feel that. I mean, I feel like with Portugal, I actually really like the song. The reason why I don't have it, because I don't have it listed in any of the songs this year, is because I actually genuinely like it. I know it will probably do nothing at Eurovision. And like, the thing is, I'm okay with that. Like, I have to be okay with that. Do you know, Augusto, I have to tell you, this is so crazy, and I am recording a state of play if you don't watch my live news show. My live weekly.
Go watch it.
I'm just saying, if y'all don't watch, it's live, it is interactive. We have guests on the show. It is my weekly live chat news show. Wait, did I just lose my train of thought? No. The thing with oh my gosh, am I losing my train of thought? I'm talking about Portugal.
Yes, we were in Portugal.
Yeah. Okay, and now I'm like, I don't even know why I brought up the state of play. Anyway, so today in my state of play, I'm going to be talking about the running order. I am. But I wonder about, like, when it comes to, I remember where I was going with this. When it comes to countries like Portugal, in the semi, I know that with Josh, with Lisboa, the Peculiar song, like, these are songs that I would have felt really invested in. So in today's state of play, this will be posted a little bit later, but in today's state of play, I'm going to do my running order reaction in the first half of the program. And I realized that there's really only like 4 songs that I actually feel like passionate about in the semifinal. Like, honestly, the rest of them, I'm kind of like, take it or leave it. Portugal's song, I like it, but I just, again, like, I don't feel like I have to fight anyone about it. Like, I just like it. I know I'll listen to it. I'm fine with that, and I don't have to be in the business of convincing people that, like, this has to advance. Exactly. I really only have, like, 4 songs in semifinal 1. I'm not going to reveal those songs. All right, Augusto. Okay, I mean, I'm filling you on your list. I'm filling you on your list. Here's the thing with Australia. Once we knew, because they have to turn in their staging plans. Once we heard that Australia was going to be first, like basically opening the show, like it's going to be an opener and performing so high, so early. To me, that told me, okay, so they are going to make this completely family friendly. They're not going to play on the innuendo in anyone's faces. And it's interesting because although I know there's a double entendre in the song, my daughter does listen to like a couple of like, because Australia really has carved out a market on like children's programming. And the song does give a little bit highbrow, like fun children's music production. It does. It does.
They what's the name of this Australian kid show? The Wiggles?
Well, the Wiggles, yeah.
Because the Wiggles.
No, it is. That's what I'm saying. Like, they actually have a very, like, thoughtful market when it comes to putting together children's programming. Like, it is. So if anyone is going to be able to figure out how to bring this to life in a fun and family-friendly way, Australia, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. So let's see what you can do. Okay, so we did the songs that we want to love more, but don't. Okay, you know, this is also feeling very cleansing, Augusto. I feel that I am cleansing myself a little bit. Let's say, so maybe let's rip the Band-Aid a little bit. And everyone knows I used to do a video like, it's a skip. And again, I felt like it would be disingenuous for me to keep doing that if there weren't songs that I was actively skipping. And some years, it was songs that I wasn't necessarily skipping. It was like for fun, where it was like, I was trying to figure out bits in the song where it almost sounds like you're almost reacting to the person and it's like, fine, bye, you know, kind of energy. And so that was like where the concept of the video went. But like, everyone is so sensitive that it was like, this is so mean. And I'm like, okay, okay, like, go have an ice cream cone, get a hug. Like, if you are seeking comfort and validation on the internet, like, and you don't get that in your real life, like, oh my God, oh my God. But also, like, the internet is not necessarily crafted to be a space of just hugs and validation. The real world is cold, and it can be dark.
Very cold. Very cold and very dark indeed.
Right. Okay, so let's just do what songs are you skipping? Because I will just say, not necessarily songs that I think are bad. Sometimes I just get in the habit of skipping it because it's like, I don't want to live here. I don't want to live here. Like, the song is too sad. And I will just say, I have heard, this is not my pick, but there are a lot of people skipping France because the song makes them so emotional that they're like, I don't listen to it in the car. And to be honest, I kind of don't blame them. I have gotten to a place that I can listen to it and not cry, but I promise you, if I am watching that performed live with a live vocal, I am already preparing tissues for the performance. I am already preparing myself tissues because I know that I will be in a puddle on the ground. So I'm not living in that world. I'm not skipping France, but I have seen several people online like, I just love the song. It's great. Can't do it. Like, can't do it. And I don't blame you for that. So here's my list for the songs that I'm skipping. Slovenia. It's a skip. It's a skip. One, I do think the song is emotional, but most of the time I'm skipping it because I just am like, I want to go to like a party. Like, I just want to go to another song. So I'm just like, no, not today. Like, I want to be joyful in this moment. The other song that I'm skipping, surprise, no one should be surprised, Espresso Macchiato. I wasn't skipping it at first, like, because I listened. So this one's suffering from a few things. I listened to the SD Loud playlist pretty hard. Like, I just did. It was one of the earlier, like, national selections where we got the song. So to a certain degree, I'm kind of sick of it. And the song is very repetitive. But then I would say I really started actively skipping it once we saw that live performance at SC Loud, where I was like, oh, you didn't even really like do anything irreverent with the visuals here. Like I really wanted more. I really wanted more. So I just was like, whatever. And but I do think a lot of it too is like maybe if Espresso Macchiato came out around the time of Melody Festival, and I wouldn't be so sick of I wouldn't be so sick of it. But I did sort of like I really killed the Latvia and the Estonia like national selection playlist. I listened to those so much. So it suffers a little bit from that. I'll tell you another song that I'm skipping, and people will be upset about it, and I don't care. I skip Bada Bada Bustu, Bada Bada Bustu. I skip, and I'll tell you why.
No.
I told people in my reaction, I appreciate the performance and everything, but I am not bumping this in the car. I'm not bumping it in the car. It's a stage piece. It's a piece that's meant to be consumed as a holistic performance. As a studio cut, like I want to listen to some stuff that I can sing along to actively. You know, like I mean honestly, I play Austria a lot. As
Well,
dramatic as it is, like I play Austria a lot. I play like I already said, I play Like a Party a lot. And honestly, I play Milkshake Man a lot in the car. Like cuz it's just it's light. Like I think Sweden's entry this year is best consumed as a holistic piece, the visual. So me like whether I'm streaming the song or not is really not like a marker on how I care about the song or not. Like, but this is genre wise just not really for me. It's kind of musical theatery, and for people who are longtime viewers of my channel, like my tolerance for like kind of musical theater pieces on the Eurovision stage is relatively thin, and that's just a result of me being a reformed musical theater kid. I spent so many years, and then the other one, skipping Georgia, and that one I'm skipping because I just am like, I don't know, I don't care. I think it's a good song, like, and I think it will be delivered well, but I'm kind of like, I don't think it's gonna advance, so I don't need to spend my time really immersing myself in that track. That's where I'm living. Okay, yeah,
I
you
mean,
go.
I was shocked with Slovenia and Sweden. I'm shocked
Wait,
because
really?
yeah, well, not with Slovenia, but yes, with Sweden. Um, I
I
like
said it in my reaction, like, because even when I did like my don't call it a top 10, I saw a comment the other day where someone was like, "How do you not have Sweden here?" I'm like, I said in the reaction, "Yo, I'm not gonna be bumping this song in the car." like like there is no way. Like I'm not gonna be bumping it in the car. But like I think it's still good. I think it's really, really good. But no, like here's the thing. I like the beginning. Like so I typically let the beginning start. Like I like the doo 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 doo. Oh yeah. Basta bun da bun da ba. And then I go and I let it get to the oh oh dum. Yeah, yeah.
practicing
And then
along. I
right at
know.
yeah, and then after that I skip. And then I'm like, okay. I was like, I've enjoyed this. Now next song, next song.
However, I'll give you the point that it is true. The best way to consume Sweden is as a holistic piece where you see everything. It's in my top five. I won't deny it. I used to be a Sweden hater in the 2010s, not anymore because growth. Um, but I just vibe with Sweden a lot. Slovenia, I know you said in your reaction, you were even part of the jury behind that national selection. I'm a cornball. I do stand for good ballads sometimes. I am one of the few people that remain on the fandom sphere that will rationally defend Spain 2018 by being extremely delusional. However, Slovenia strikes a chord on me because I recently lost somebody close to me, and that song and the message behind it resonates a lot with what I went through personally. So I get anybody that doesn't like it. I'm just a cornball. I like some corny songs. Slovenia is my corny song of the year. So when it comes to your list for this category, we should too. Georgia, no notes. I agree. There's also an alleged background, alleged, once again, let me repeat myself, allegedly, an alleged background behind how everything worked for this lovely girl to go to Eurovision. Again, all alleged. And the song doesn't hit for me. Georgia has done better at Eurovision. Point blank. They've done better. This is very lackluster for such a country that has shown us how not to give a flying F at Eurovision and do
Yeah,
whatever they
like
want.
no, that's a big thing. Like I actually didn't mind the years where, like, sure, Georgia sent songs that we knew probably weren't going to advance, but they were creative. They were like different, and it was something interesting. This feels like, oh, I just was kind of like, oh, and it feels dated. Like this could have gone to Eurovision in 2004. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's not building upon the genre in any way.
I mean, if you wanted to do an ethnic mid-tempo type of song, you have the entry you first came out with in 2007. Visionary Dream is a bop. It's one of the best first entries any country has ever done at Eurovision. Iconic, legendary. It's been almost 20 years. We still remember because of how good it was. But let's move on. The other song we share is Estonia. I don't get the joke. I don't get the joke. It's not funny to me. I get the artist is from the same bubble as Just and Karya. He was blessed by Karya even. Karya's joke was cute. Just song had a very personal message that was presented in a funny and clever way. This lacks all of that and more. It's not landing to me. And the other song that I'm skipping, there's one song that I'd rather not mention because I don't want to get things to credit in the comments, but if you know, you know. And the fourth song I have in my list is Serbia. Serbia, I mean, thank you for the volcanic ballad, but your neighbors next to you have the superior volcanic ballad.
Preach on it.
Like,
Preach on it. Can I also just tell you my mom's reaction is out, and it's funny because I feel like the song she talked the most about was Montenegro. Like when the song was on was like Montenegro. That was like the song that I feel like she had the most to say. So I was fully expecting it to be one of her favorites at the end. It wasn't, but I was fully expecting it to be one of her favorites because I will tell you, my reaction is coming out, I think Sunday. I think I have it scheduled for Sunday. It's edited, it's filmed, edited, and scheduled. It's coming out Sunday. And like when I tell you, if I was qualifying songs, if I was judge and jury of one in the semi, I would be qualifying Montenegro. I think it's like one of the better songs that we have this year. Like I'm not gonna fight anyone about it, but I think it's one of the better songs that we have this year, and I think it actually is going to be delivered well on stage.
I mean, it's the superior volcanic ballad. Like, we're sorry. Thank you for the revamp and Selko Joksimovic behind it, but it's not landing. Your neighbor's still winning. It's still winning the battle. Sorry. But yeah, those are my choices for Skip. Yeah, thank you for coming.
Okay, I feel you on that. I don't debate because so let's shift things a little bit because this I think is going to be fun. So this is the songs we'll love more if they wow us on the stage. And I have 3, and one of the songs is already one of my songs that I was like, if I was under duress and you forced me to put together like a top 10 list, I would include this song, like, and it would probably be third or second position. But I'll tell you, in this category, it would be first. So let me kick off with this. So this is the songs we will love more if they wow us on the stage. Mine are Grease, and I'm just going to kick off with Grease because I already love it, but I am like, I'm so nervous for how they're going to bring it to life on stage because I am one of the people who I want to see Greece win Eurovision soon. I really, really do. And I think we would be having a winner potential, or we could be having a winner potential conversation if their track record with staging was more consistent.
Oh
And
yeah.
they've decided that they're going with Focus, who I think is hit or miss. I think Focus has done like some really amazing staging packages, and then sometimes he's just done too much, where I think the taste level, it goes over the line, where it's just like, okay, now this is just like, it's too much. What do you think, Augusto?
I mean, since you're bringing up that stage director, I have beef with that man with how he did Spain in 2019.
Oh,
That
I
was
know.
criminal.
I know.
That was
I
criminal.
know. Uh,
I have, ooh. But Greece is in my bubble because I did leave a comment in your. This is not a top 10 video. I did leave a comment. Greece is in my bubble under my top 10.
okay, okay. Yeah,
I
but see, I
share,
think that's why. I
I
think
share your
it's on the
sentiment.
cusp. Yeah, it's on the cusp for a lot of people. I think because, it's like we don't know how it's going to look, and we've had our hearts broken before. So I'm kicking off with like a song that I do genuinely love, and I've been very vocal about my love for it, but I'm like, I know I could love it more. Like, I know that Greece could easily become my number one with this, with more impactful staging, and I will be fighting people in the comments for it. So my other two, one you've mentioned, and it's Cyprus. I feel like we got Cyprus in a music video introduction, and we've also seen Cyprus wow us on the stage. And if this has really cool staging, I'm like, because right now I have Czechia above it. Like, Czechia I enjoy as a studio cut, but also I feel like live I'm gonna really like it. I just think like Czechia on the stage is gonna be really good. Like, I think it is gonna be so good that we will be talking about potentially Czechia being top 10. Like,
Yes.
that's how hopeful I am for it. But I'm kind of like, Cyprus in many ways feels ambitious. And it's sort of like, even when you listen to the song, it's like, oh, this could be giving us something really amazing on the stage. So I feel like with Cyprus, yeah, like I think I could really gravitate to the song more with a live performance. So I'm leaving Cyprus there. And then my third one, not a song that I don't like. This is a song that I actually do like a lot. Denmark. At Dance Melody Grand Prix, obviously we know, I think she had hurt herself, so maybe she was supposed to do some choreo, so we didn't see it. We just got this very static performance of her in the unfortunate bodysuit for no reason, because we were getting no moves or lifts or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like, she was literally in like a leotard, a dance outfit, and not dancing really. So I just am like, I know with and she said that they're going to totally change the stage, that they're totally changing the staging, which is different for Denmark because they do tend to like copy and paste, like, like Finland, like Norway, like Sweden, they tend to just do the same thing. So I'm hopeful for that. I really like the song. I think Sissel is so good. And also I was like, but then I have to be honest about the song, that the song is giving like Zara playlist. There's nothing really ambitious about it. I wouldn't say that it's building upon the genre, but with a visual, like we could be doing some things. Yeah. So I again, these are the songs we'll love more if they wow us on the stage. So for me, I stand by Cyprus, Greece, and Denmark. None of these songs, and I would say none of these songs I objectively don't like. I think when I get more, and obviously Greece, we already know that I love it, and I'm like, I could love it more. Okay, Augusto, you.
So the three songs that I have are all within my bubble under my top 10 that I really like, but I would love even more. We don't share countries in this category, but One country you mentioned shares stage director with one of the countries in my list, and that's Austria, who has the same stage director as Cyprus and Finland. Sergio Jaén, sir, you're getting the bag. The reason why I have Austria in the I Want to Love It More category is because I know the vocal is there. I know they have a very creative and ambitious stage director behind it. There's a great team behind this. The thing is that, one, we come from a winner with a very similar vocal, sonical, sound background. Pop opera, the year after a pop opera song wins could be very challenging. So that's why I'm very on the fence with Austria. The next song is Czechia. I love Czech. I like the song. I know we are in good hands with this delegation. I hope they don't mess it up. They better not. And the last song in this category is Norway. Allegedly, they're changing the staging in order to help Kyle differentiate himself from Park of Armenia.
Well, I agree with that. I remember flagging that. Now, let me just be frank. Because remember, I talked about Norway because I had Norway in the songs we want to love more, but I don't. Like songs, songs I want to love more, but I don't. Here's the only thing I will give. Well, not the only thing, but here's one of the things I will give Kyle. I don't think that Kyle has to be worried about Park at all.
I don't think so either. I don't think so either.
I do not think that Kyle has to be concerned with that. But again, I want Kyle to take me to the beach. Like and I'm not saying that we need to have like baby staging, but I just feel like I would have been okay with something a little bit more
urban.
Poppy. Urban, poppy, just give me a musical performance. Like, I don't know why we have to go to the theme park.
Exactly. Kyle is also 18 years old. Just dress him like today's 18-year-olds.
Yes.
With some urban choreo. And you have a deal.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, you know what, actually? And everyone was saying the staging was too simple when the rehearsals came out. And I was kind of like, no, like, this looks like a modern MTV VMA performance. Cyprus last year. That, like, honestly, Cyprus last year, it was clean. It wasn't doing too much. It was professional. And guess what? It qualified and did just fine at the final. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I need. I think that for Kyle, yes, let's do that. Let's do that.
And look, this kid is telegenic. He eats the camera alive. The camera loves him. He can sing. So you don't need to do more. Just keep it simple. So those are my three countries: Czechia, Austria, and Norway.
I feel you on all of that. People will try and give you flack about Austria, but like, I do get that, because the thing with me is I feel conflicted just because everybody knows I love opera. Like, I think there are some Eurovision people who love the musical theater pieces. If I am placed in a category, I like the out of the box. Nobody can fight me on that. I like the stuff that is ethnic, that sounds like some stuff I ain't never heard before. Like, that is what I like. But I also want it to be very clear that I am fully susceptible to popera. Caesar, it's my life. I still love that song, and I will defend it. I will defend it. I will defend it. I will defend it. I love it. Shout out Romania. Okay. All right. And then, I mean, we've made it to the pièce de résistance for real. So here are the songs that we just straight up do not like. Here are the songs that we just straight up do not like. And I'll go first. I will rip the Band-Aid. And maybe I'll just go real fast. It's Iceland, Croatia, Serbia, and Armenia. Armenia, I do not like songs in this genre. I am not a fan. Like, I get the Imagine Dragons of it all. I think Imagine Dragons had their moment, and even now, I feel it in my bones. I just am like,
It's
it
just a
got,
hit.
and honestly, what killed the genre for me, the car commercials. Because I feel like, especially if you are like a Bravo fan and you watch Peacock a lot, the car commercials are sprinkled throughout. And the thing is, if you're watching, they like, because Peacock doesn't really have that many sponsors, it's not that many people who watch it. So when you are watching a show, so like me, I typically go back and watch Old Roni. It's one of the most rewatchable like Housewives like franchises. Which is why the reboot is having a hard time getting people to tune in, because Old Roni is just so easy to watch. Like, The Real Housewives of New York is my Sex in the City. Like every 2-3 years, I go back and rewatch Sex in the City. I've done it for years, ever since the show has been on. Like, was like off air, I should say. And Roni kind of like has become that, where I just go back and watch it a lot. Like, I just do. So when you get to the commercials on Peacock, every time you're watching a show, it will be the same commercial every break. And 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be a car commercial. And so that is what I will say. Same thing goes. There was a time period where we had ads on Hulu and watching Love Island. 9 times out of 10, it'll be one commercial. And this is Love Island UK original. It would be one commercial. And so you'll watch the same one, and it would be a car commercial, and it would be something in this genre. So like Armenia, it's really just the genre of it all. It's not even personal. If y'all want to take it personal, have at it. I don't care. Serbia. No. Like, just no. Mila. I don't want to listen to it.
No,
No, I don't. I genuinely, and I know you had this in your list. What is it? Because you had this as one of your skips. To me, it's
yes.
not even just like a skip. I don't like it. Like, I genuinely, I do not like this song. I'm just kind of like, dang. Like, but you know what I am bumping? Turbo Juka.
They should just say Turbo Folk. Just give us Turbo
Come
Folk.
on.
That's
But
it.
I'm also still listening to my baby dun dun a boogie na. Something dun 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 no don't it's not so many hums dun oh. I'm listening to the Pazza playlist, okay? But that one I do not like this song. So that one I don't like. Croatia Poison Cake. Honestly, I typically like out of the box. I don't mind. Augusto.
Oh, listen.
I'll tell you, I just find it silly. I just find it silly. That's my challenge with Poison Cake. And in a sense, I kind of want to like the song more, because I actually think Marco is a really good performer. Like, the vocal is good. Like, at the beginning, like, Marco can sing, and so but I do not enjoy this vehicle. And then Iceland, I'll tell you why. I actually don't think the studio cut is that bad, but my first introduction to the song was the live performance, and the live performance was so messy. And it just seemed messy. So now I can't even really get into the studio cut, because I just see kind of the mall performance at the national selection in, the tinfoil outfits. I'm like, no, I can't.
Yeah. Well, on this category was sure too. Armenia and Iceland. With Iceland, no notes. I feel you on that. When it comes to Armenia, I'm in the Dominican Republic. I don't have Peacock, but I also love the Real Housewives. And I like the Roni reboot, unfortunately. I'm one of the people who are rooting for the new group because it looks very New York, but I understand why the old group is still in the minds of everybody. But when it comes to Armenia, I don't vibe with this song because I'm not connected to it. I'm just like, it's too much noise for me. This next song that I have in this category, let me hold your hand with a napkin in between when I say this, but it is Ireland. I cannot.
Like a Party is one of my favorite songs this year. Like a party in the sky. But I've told people I am susceptible to this. I am susceptible to this. And remember when my AI came out, I was susceptible, but I was like, I think my first introduction was a live performance, and the girl that they had really didn't deliver. So I was like, then even if I hopped in the studio cut, I could hear the like not great live vocal. Like a Party, first introduction was the studio cut, but then when we saw it live, it was like, oh no, this sounds like the record. So, but I am susceptible. I admit it. And again, I think even in my video, I was like, look, I am not going to convince anybody that this is good. So let me stop.
Also, you are a parent, and this song is very child friendly. So
it is. It is.
I don't blame you. I don't blame
you. It is. But can I just also tell you, I realized, so I was playing Ich komme in the car, and I was driving the other day, and I was playing like kind of the whole playlist. I do have to skip Malta because, you know, when your kid can parrot things, like she can't go to school and say serving can't, like, so that I have to skip it when she is in the car, just because she will pick it up. She will parrot the song. But I will say, at one point, I was like, what is she saying in the back? And you know the chorus, ich komme, like during it. Oh, no, and I even looked, and she was like pumping her fist in the back. And I was like, okay, so now I'm going to have to start skipping this. But could I say for Ireland, what did you think they should have sent?
I don't know. Samantha Mumba? Because at least she can sing.
No, we could not. Ireland could not have sent Samantha Mumba to Eurovision because they would have not qualified.
I mean, I don't think they're qualifying with the running order they have anyways. So.
Oh, you don't think so?
I don't think so.
I think the song's sticky enough that they will. I think the song's sticky enough that they will. Because I do still think overall the year is thin.
Yeah. I mean, it can happen, but I'm not that confident. I don't know.
But Semi 2, I mean, Semi 2 is our competitive. I think Semi 2 is a cakewalk. I don't even think it's competitive at this point.
Yeah. And the other song I don't like at all is Shocker, Azerbaijan. Not
you don't like it?
No. I'm just like, I'm not vibing it. I think in this case is the music genre for me. It's not clicking. I'm not.
But it basically is. You didn't like Get Lucky? We're up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some.
It was so I'm up all night
for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. Because the song is basic. I mean, if like when it starts, it's Get Lucky.
Like that. I mean, again, with Get Lucky, the thing is that over here it was overplayed, and I was like, no, I cannot deal with this song anymore. It happens. It also happens to me. It happens to me with Despacito. I cannot listen to that song anymore.
Puerto Rico, Despacito.
Now I can vibe it to it, but back in 2017, 2018,
yeah.
Do not play the song anymore. It's gonna give me a headache. So yeah, those are the four that I don't vibe. Iceland,
okay,
Azerbaijan, Armenia, and Ireland.
Yeah. I mean, I feel you, but we did it. We were honest.
And we kept it cute. We
did.
And we kept it honest. And we kept it real, like the premise of this podcast.
You know what?
For real.
For real. And on that note, thank you so much for listening to the Eurovision For Real podcast. We have so many episodes coming your way. We are in Eurovision season. It is Eurovision season. Yes, not pre-season. We're not prepping for it. We have made it. I want to thank my guest Augusto from EurovisionFam.com. Check out the content there. Follow the socials, EurovisionFam. It is a site all for people kind of coming and reacting to the contest from countries that do not participate. So it is a very unique perspective and take on the contest. Thank you so much, Augusto, and thank you so much for listening.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.